Pony Club.
Every week.
Happy Easter weekend, everybody, and welcome to CHI Arena, the Kiewit Court, where this afternoon a match in Major League Volleyball with huge playoff ramifications. The Indy Ignite are in town to take on your Omaha Supernovas. Let's look at the standings. Indy Ignite are at the top, followed by Dallas, but look at 3 through 7. The Supernovas all the way down to Grand Rapids, only 3 games in the loss column separate those 5 teams. And remember, 4 make it in May to Dallas for the playoffs. Well, hello again, folks. I'm John Baylor with the Olympian Nancy Metcalf here courtside at CHI. And Nancy, Thursday night, huge win for Omaha in 4 at Atlanta. And it was really a revelation for Novas fans because Brooke Mosier really changes this offense. How so?
She does, and it was a huge win for Omaha just because every match at this point matters, but Brooke Mosier comes onto the court and just brings a new energy to this team. She is such an athletic setter. She's going to make some really spectacular moves out there, and she's just a fun player to watch.
Let's look at the starting lineups for your Omaha Supernovas, led by the former Pittsburgh Panther who took them to the Final Four last fall. Just a rookie. Brooke Nonneville on the outside with Reagan Cooper. Emily Londot's going to be on the opposite. The middles are Kiara Reinhardt, the former Creighton Blue Jay. Toyosi Anabenjo out of KU. Brooke Mosier, your setter today, in place of Sydney Hilly, and Elena Ogilvie, the former Stanford Cardinal, coming off a career best night for her on Thursday night at libero. How about the visiting Ignite? Legator member Mena, she also comes from Pittsburgh. Elena Scott is your libero out of Louisville. Kara Cressy from Louisville is in the middle. Anna DeBeer from Louisville on the outside. They got 3 former Cardinals. Ajani Teeler is on the opposite side, and their setter is Mia Tuaniga. We're going to see a lot of fast-paced offense today, and the Indy Ignite head coach is Lauren Bertolacci, and Lauren Bertolacci is an Australian, and she's the winningest coach in MLV history. She's won 79% of her matches. 15-4 this year in her 8 years as a head coach in Switzerland and elsewhere prior to this year. All she knows is winning, as she has won more than 80% of her matches prior to this season. There's Lucas LeBay, the first-year head coach himself for the Omaha Supernovas, 11-10, trying to make the playoffs for the 3rd straight year in domestic pro volleyball. Here's a serve from Brooke Mosier. We are underway in Omaha. Remember Mena with a nice pass on Kara Cressy. A quick attack in the middle. They are fabulous at siding out.
Well, they are, and for both teams, I think the setting is so important. Tuaniga does a great job running the offense for Indy, but as long as they can pass good like that, Kara Cressy's a force to be reckoned with at the net. So Omaha's going to want to continue to keep the pressure on with their serve to keep Indy out of system on their offense.
Kara Cressy underestimates or overestimates gravity on that one. And here's Brooke Nonneville. We are just underway. Nonneville, the all-time kill leader in franchise history. Reagan Cooper swats it. Libero's going to have to step in and bumps that to the right. Johnny Keeler down the line. There's Ogilvie with a great up. Reagan Cooper swings cross court, and that ball is in. 2-1 Omaha just started. Pull up a chair. Spend the afternoon with the Novas and the Ignite.
I think that's a great rally, showcasing the strengths of both of these teams. Both of these teams have fantastic liberos. I would say 2 of the best in the league. They have great setters, but they also have hitters like Reagan Cooper who can take a ball out of system from deep in the court and take a great swing on it.
There's Anna DeBeer, the former Louisville Cardinal, nearly led them to a national championship in 2024, but was right in the middle of 3 out of 4 years when Louisville made it to the Final Four. Remarkable. She is nearly fully healthy, a year and nearly a half after the injury in the 24 national semifinals. There's an attack from Emily Londot. She's got the heaviest arm wearing blue this afternoon.
She is definitely the heavy arm for Omaha. She hits that ball with such heat on it. When she gets a set like that and a small seam in the block, she's able to crush the ball hard enough that even though the defense touches it, they cannot control it.
Emily had nearly a third of Omaha's swings on Thursday nights. The defense knows it's coming, and she's still effective.
Well, she is, and that's the thing with a good hitter. You rely on a good setter. When the setter gives you a ball, we call it a hittable ball. It just needs the ball at the tempo you're expecting in a location where you can turn it and hit different shots, and Emily Londot is able to do that.
Indy has not played in 10 days. They've lost 2 of the last 3, but they're still 15-4. Reagan Cooper, kaboom!
There's an explosive move by Cooper to get up and attack that ball so hard on not a perfect set. But that's the kind of play Omaha needs to have from their outsides. They need to have somebody who can score when the ball's not perfect, and Cooper's showing it there. She can get it done.
When she raises that arm high, she's going to attack over these smaller Indy blockers. They go 5'9", 5'8", 5'11" on the pins. There's 5'8", Lekator member Mena out of bounds. First 2-point advantage of the afternoon.
And that's a tough ball again. Out of system set coming from deep in the court. That's a hard angle. She tries to find the line and just misses.
Emily Lundot coming off a career match. 22 kills, hit 358, and a career high 53 attempts. How tough is it to terminate when the defense knows you're the primary choice of the setter out there?
Well, it can be more difficult, obviously, if they expect it coming to you. But as a good hitter, she also knows she's got a lot of different options. And so she's going to continue working through the rest of the season to improve hitting different angles in different directions to be able to find holes in their defense.
On a banjo, the tip unsuccessful. There's a good look at a brand new Indy Ignite. Emma Clothier, former SMU star. Before that, 4 years at Florida State. They just signed her. She's practiced with them for 3 days. Their top 2 middles injured.
Well, and Indy was scrambling because with their top 2 middles out, they needed to find some depth in that position. But their coach says she knew that Clothier was somebody she wanted to go after. They immediately started making calls. I believe she got in on a Tuesday and had, like, she called it a jet lag practice, and then was able to practice Wednesday and Thursday, and she's ready to go.
There's Lekator member Mena, former Missouri Tiger, after that Pittsburgh Panther, and retired at 6 in Omaha.
And Lekator member Mena, obviously not the tallest player on the court. She's 5'8", but she is such an explosive jumper that when she gets a ball in rhythm, she's able to explode and hit so high for someone of her height.
Everything is so fast for Indy's offense. Nunaviller down the line, in.
Great shot by Nunaviller finding the line, but I really like that set from Mosier. She's coming off the net around the 10-foot line. She comes off 1 foot twist and is able to put the ball right on the money for Brooke Nunaviller to swing at and get the kill.
Toyosi on a banjo, 2nd year no from Kansas. Eric Cressy's 2nd swing, 2nd kill, 7 apiece.
And Cressy's 6'6", but her arm is so quick. She's up so quickly. She's attacking that ball before Omaha's block is even completely off the ground. So when you have a hitter that's that tall and that effective, Omaha's block is going to have to start reading it sooner to try to get up and at least have hands in front of it.
That's a tough serve. Nice pass, Reagan Cooper. She'll be a regular target this afternoon. And to go nearly her 2nd kill. Back row tip shot by Cooper, short. And for the first time today, Indy with a lead. Is it tougher to pass a jump serve than a jump float?
Personally, I always preferred the jump serves because they're going one way. They're not going to change directions on you. They're not going to come up when they're tailing down. They go where they're going. They continue going that direction. Jump floats or even standing floats, they move so much that it can be a ball tailing right that all of a sudden switches and tails left, or it's dropping and it floats back up, floating, drops back down. So there's a lot more movement on a jump float, which is why so many servers have gone to jump floats. But if you have an effective topspin serve, it can be lethal.
That one might have been long, but too close. Reagan Cooper had to play it. Here's Brooke Nunaviller for her 2nd kill, not yet. She's 1 for 3. For a 3-point lead, and it'll be or no. Miller, the tip shot's been effective. Oh my goodness, another block by Cressy. That's her 2nd. You're seeing, Nancy, why Indy is the most effective team defensively in the league.
Yes, they've got, like you mentioned, they have several shorter players, but they've got a 6'6" middle who can hang in the air. So Omaha's attacking has to be smarter with those tips. They have to realize she's higher up in the air. She's going to still be there when the ball gets there. We've got to find a way to go around it or tip to a different region.
Cressy, 2 blocks. She's taking over for 2 middles who are out. Blake Muller's season is over, the former Purdue Boilermaker. And then also Lydia Martin, and she will be back this year, thank goodness. She's out of Oklahoma. They're 2 of the 3 top kill leaders in the league. They're both gone, but they got a deep bench if you can bring out a Kara Cressy.
Yes, Kara Cressy's not a scrub. She's not somebody you don't want to see on the court. She can step in and fill that role very easily. She's doing a great job today.
Nebraska fans last saw her at the regional semi. My goodness, what a match that was against Texas A&M. as the Aggies reverse swept Louisville that day. It was 23-23 in the third. Louisville 2 points away from taking that match. How that postseason might have been different if they had pulled it out. That was the final match in a decorated 5-year career for Carrie Cressy at Louisville under Danny Busby-Kelly, and now Dan Mesky serve goes to Elena Ogilvy. Not a great pass outside set. And Brooke Nunneveller finds some figures, and it's 10-8.
And when Brooke Nunneveller has time on these sets, that it's not a perfect in-tempo set. She give her a little bit more time. She is so skilled at finding edges of the court or edges of the block. She does here what she does best and finds the hands.
That ended a 3-point run for Indy. And Ajani Teeler. Don't be deceived by her size. She is a mighty. She led Kentucky to a national championship in 2020.
And Ajani Teeler is another one, not the tallest kid on the court, but man, this woman, she can jump. She's athletic. She gets up high. She has fast arm. She can do damage, even though she's not the tallest one out there.
Cara Cressy overcorrects. Remember, she served super long the first time. That time, too low.
Searching for the middle.
There's Ajani Teeler. And now Brooke Nunneveller leads the franchise here in Omaha in so many categories. She started every match this year except for one when she had an illness at San Diego. Serves wide. This season, Omaha 2-1 against Indy. Why that's noteworthy is that Indy's only lost 4 matches all year, 2 to the Supernovas. Sarah Reinhart, not this time. And DeBeer blasted off the block. Now it's so great to see her healthy and leaping, but that injury to the ankle a year ago, December, does that, if she's physically over it, do you think she's mentally over it?
Well, I think there's some of that probably lingers. When you have an injury like that, every time the ball's close to the net, your mind is probably telling you, danger, be careful, this is when it happened. And so part of it is just the mental aspect, getting over the fear of it happening again for her. But yes, it's so good to see her physically playing again and being back to normal physically, because she's another explosive player that she's fun to watch.
Emily Londot misfires. Too sharp an angle. And Nova's in a hole here early in the first set. They had a big hole Thursday night against Atlanta. Came back and won that first set. In the match in 4. Service error number 4 already for Indy.
You can see a little bit of strategy there. Teeler was trying to serve Nunneveller short to make her come up to play that ball. I'm sorry, Reagan Cooper short to make her come up and play that ball, trying to take her out of the offense and force Omaha to set the right half of the court.
Mia Tuganiga, she just runs a really fast offense, and you can see there, even though that was an outside set, DeBeer was swinging before the block was there.
Yes. That this ball is zipping out here, and she's able to beat the block on speed. And that's something Coach Bertolacci said she is emphasizing, that they want to run that fast offense to give these shorter players a chance at the net. They've got to find seams and find holes, and you get that by running speed.
Nice kill in the middle. Toyosi on a banjo. She's playing for the injured Janice Liao. Reagan Cooper's in there for Sarah Parsons, and then Brooke Mosier in there for the setter, Sydney Haley. So 3 starters out this afternoon for Omaha. Teeler loves that back right attack, and that's long. Within 2 now, the Novas down 15-12.
Omaha's just going to keep chipping away at this lead, but like you said, they've got different players on the court now than have played most of the season, but at the pro level, everybody needs to be ready to step up, and it's good to see the Omaha players who maybe haven't had so much of that time stepping in and filling these roles.
Within 3, and there's Lekator Member-Meta going after Emily Londot, 16-12 in favor of Indy. We have 2 opposites today, Johnny Teeler for Indy, and then for Emily Londot for... There she is right there, the former All-Star, played a week ago today in Dallas, had 5 kills and 6 attempts. They both love the kill from the back right. Emma Clother going to serve for Indy. Nice pass. Reagan Cooper gets it back, swings down the line. Overday. Here come the Novas, down by 4. Reagan Cooper off hands, down by 3.
Reagan Cooper taking 2 big swings there for the Supernovas, but I love it that Onabanjo handled that free ball well. That's so important when a team gives you a second chance, you have to use it. And Brooke Mosier there, front row, she's an attack option, and she swings her arms before she jumps to set that because she's trying to keep the block, honoring her as well.
Tough serve, nice pass, Anna DeBeer right in system. Member Mene, tip shot, that worked. What happened there? That looked like that was diggable.
I think it was very diggable, but Emily Londot read it and started to run in. And when Member Mena threw it deeper, she was only able to get a soft touch on it, not enough to pop it up. Reagan Cooper also going for it, gets a soft touch, but neither one able to pop it up high enough for the rest of the team to play it. So as an attacker, it's so important to mix up what you're doing. You can't just keep tipping short because Emily Londot's going to read that. She's going to be running up to play it. You tip long, short. You're playing a game between you and the defender every time you touch the ball.
Good pass by Ogilvie. There's Brooke Nunaviller, cross court and long. Brooke struggling offensively of late. In her last 9 matches, just 1 time has she been hitting above 200. She's got 1 kill today and 4 swings, and it's 18-13. Indy in a timeout for Lucas LeBay and Omaha. Well, it was a week ago today in Dallas. The All-Star match, well attended. The television viewership was excellent. And Team Lanier, coached by Utah legendary head coach Beth Lanier, loses to Team Mesky, coached by soon-to-be second-year head coach for Louisville, Dan Mesky. There were 4 Indy Ignite players on the All-Star team. And for Omaha, there were 2 All-Stars there, Emily Londot and also Brooke Nunaviller. There's one of the All-Stars. Emily had a fabulous match, and it was kind of mix and match. Many of the players who were teammates in the league actually played on opposite teams for the All-Star game.
Well, and I think they do that just to keep it fun, to make it a different experience. They like to get teammates playing against each other just to mix up the teams, give them a shot. But even on the team, between sets, they're swapping lineups constantly to give everybody a chance to play and really make it a good, fun experience for everyone.
That's a huge moment there because Brooke Nunaviller takes a full swing, gets it down. If she can be the Brooke Nunaviller of old offensively, it's a different Nova team. Here's Merritt Beeson, the former Husker. First team All-American 2023. Led them to the title match. Now I can remember Mene, tip shot, nice up by Allison Holder. Free ball essentially for Indy and Ajani Teeler. Is she almost as effective on the left side as she is on the right?
I don't see a dip when she goes left side or right side. I feel like she plays very similarly. She's explosive, so she gets to the ball well. This ball a little bit inside, and she just pushes it off the outside hand of Mosier and down inside the line.
If you're wondering why these teams don't make double switches more often, they only get 8 subs the entire set.
Yes, the limit on subs takes away the ability to just constantly sub in and out in one position, like we see a lot in college.
Kara Cressy with the kill. And Indy pulling away here in set 1, but this is nothing new for Omaha. The Novas overcame a 16-8 and then a 19-12 set 1 deficit Thursday night at Atlanta. Londot's favorite spot. Kaboom!
And Emily Londot does such a good job getting her feet to the ball in those back row attacks with her shoulders open so she can hit either direction. We see her here just crushing it down the line, getting a kill off one of the best liberos in the league. So you know that ball was hard to handle.
She had 22 kills at 3:58 Thursday night against Atlanta, winning in 4. I can remember Mene. Great save by Nunaville. Here comes the free ball back. Brooke Mosier. Can Omaha prevail this rally? The beer, that's way too high. Everybody's going to bump set. Londot, can she do it again? Oh, into the antenna. Point Indy.
And that's a tough rally to lose. Londot, you can see she's frustrated with herself, but I think that's a really smart option to try to hit that line again. If they've got it, she can hit that ball and crush it. Great rally, though, on both sides. We saw great hustle by the defense on Omaha. They need that kind of energy and that kind of fire to keep getting back into matches.
Nunaville played libero. College and international team. She can pass. This time they block her. That's one within 5.
Nice blocking moves by Omaha. They're still trying to catch up because of the speed of the set. A great job by Kiara Reinhardt just popping her hands up. The ball is hit down into her, and she ends up getting the point on the block. Such a smart play when you're late. Get your hands up. Give them something to hit off of at least.
Kiara Reinhardt averages about half a block a set. Taylor, miss hit. Was she thinking about the last attack?
Quite possibly. It's different for every player. Some players, it makes them almost like angry when you get blocked and they come out firing harder. Some players, it starts to mess with their head. But Omaha doing a good job capitalizing and being there in front of her.
DeBeer pulls her setter off, gets it back, give and go, kill.
And that's that quick arm of DeBeer. She jumps and fires with that arm so quickly. It's very, very explosive and hard to dig if it gets past your block without being touched at all.
A little low. Only option was the tip. Pancake successful. And you're going to call it carry against Indy. 22-18. Kiara Reinhardt, 5-year Creighton Blue Jay star. Twinkles the 20. High pass. Joust on Banjo keeps it alive. High Karam, there's Memormena. Great rescue, DeBeer claims the rally. The 50-50 rallies are going Indy's way so far.
They have been so far, and that's just a matter of, they always say you want to be the second person to touch the ball, but a lot of times it's the shorter player because the taller player brings it down into it and then the shorter player swipes it. So it's just something you got to keep working at.
Taylor DeBeer grew up in Louisville. Played for the Cardinals. Ohio native, played for Ohio State, gets another kill. Within 4, margin for error right now. Minimal for Novas trying to come back.
I agree, it is minimal, but Emily Londa doing a nice job there. Earlier we saw her go line. She's gone line a couple times. That time she crushes cross court. Defender right there, but she hits it so hard they pop it up and out of bounds over the net.
Point Indy.
Second service error for Emma this afternoon. Now a chance right here for Emma Clothier. And Indy playing this first set. She's as comfortable on the 10-foot line or the 3-meter line as she is in the front row.
Yes, and good attackers hit the same out of the back row as they do the front row. In the back row, you can take off behind the line. You can land in front of the line, so you can actually hit a ball that's maybe 7 feet off the net, even though the line is 10 feet off the net. And when I was attacking, I always wanted the ball in front of the line because then I could fly to it, see the block, and go around it. Brooke Nunaviller does a great job there cutting it around, but Anna Banjo did a great job receiving that short serve and handling it so well that Mosier had all her options.
Nice serve. Reagan Cooper, that's effectively an ace. And now within 3.
I think they should give like half an ace for credit for something like that. Anna Banjo gets the kill, which she should, but set up by Cooper's great serve.
Last 2 points for Indy in this set where Omaha service errors. We're done with the first. 1-0 the league leaders here on the road against the host Omaha Supernovas. Set 2, we come right back.
Novas Nation, get ready for volleyball after dark. Join us Friday, April 10th at the CHI Health Center for the Volleyball After Dark Showcase. Enjoy a special UNK Wayne State spring match before your Supernovas take on the Grand Rapids Rise. Bring family and friends and cheer on the Novas as they battle the Rise in a pivotal late-season showdown with playoff implications on the line. Pack the house, bring the caffeine, and help push your Supernovas to the postseason. Get your tickets now at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
Don't settle for another boring night staring at screens at home. Take your family out to watch the Indy Ignite Pro Volleyball team. Head to Fisher's Event Center for a night of high fives, exciting plays, and high-energy fun with the whole family. 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets, and spend one unforgettable night with your family for only $140. Redeem your family pack while supplies last at IndyIgniteVB.com. That's 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 tickets for only $140 at IndyIgniteVB.com.
This is major. Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
I think when you get concussions, it's really hard to explain to people what you're experiencing because it's in your brain. Wearing the Q collar has definitely given me more security and kind of safety. Some people think it's placebo, but there's truly science that backs it up.
Seeing the person you love and want to spend the rest of your life with just in pain all the time, there's no real way for me to describe it except for it pains me.
You never know if one hit can just end it all for you. Lord, I'm leaving this in your hands. Like, what do you want me to do?
The first set, this on the heels of Thursday's night's huge road win at Atlanta. Brooke Mosier, as today, she was at the controls. Sydney Hilly, a slight injury, she'll be back. Brooke Mosier, the former Pittsburgh Panther, it was her second career start, 51 assists. She is just the 7th rookie setter in league history to have 50 or more assists in a match, and she's just the 4th unique setter to do that. The other 3, Cameron Turner for Grand Rapids, and Mia Tuaniga for Atlanta, then now with Indy, and also the great Marley Monserrat then for Atlanta, now San Diego. Kira Reinhardt starts out well for Omaha. 1 love here in the second.
And that's a good start for Omaha. I like it. We started with a good pass, setting a quick ball to Kiara, turns it to find the seam between the block, and is able to find the floor for a point.
First set, Indy hit 333, Omaha just 200. Tuaniga's first attack attempt is setter unsuccessful. She had 2 big ones the last time they were here on March 14th. And Emily Londot fooled everybody. She's ambidextrous.
Well, I mean, that's very unconventional. Probably not how they mapped it out, but a really good heads-up play. Kiara Reinhardt gets a little bit of a touch here, and Emily Londot just looks up and says, well, it's open. She just goes for it.
With your brand new Indy Ignite, they just signed her to be her block back. Give another shot here, timing off, can only tip, nearly drops. Not adjusts. 2-love, Omaha on the second, Indy on the first set, now 2-1. That is a fast whip arm.
That is a fast whip arm, but Elena Scott sets that ball. She jump sets in the air, turning to fire a quick set to Anna DeBeer, which you typically don't see when a libero is setting the second ball like that. Anna DeBeer right in system running that ball and is able to rip it as hard as she wants to.
Boy, their head coach, Lauren Bertolacci, says Elena Scott has no weakness. She wouldn't trade her libero for any other in the league. There she is, nice dig by Elena Scott. Look at her number, Mene. Drops that one. We're tied at 2. It was 25-21, Indy in the first. 2 service errors at the end there by Omaha of their 5 in the first set. Gave Indy the first one. now a free ball. Great chance for Indy to get 3 in a row. DeBeer, yep, 3 straight.
It's a nice shot by Anna DeBeer. Brooke Moser so close there to getting that ball up, but not able to pop on it enough, and it just kind of dies on her hand. Anna DeBeer does a nice job also of mixing up her shots, not hitting the same thing over and over, changing up speed and location, and that's so important for a hitter because otherwise your defense just settles into a groove.
Nice pass by Elena Ogilvie, former Stanford Cardinal. Brooke Moser has 3 kills from the back row, 1 from the front row, 4 for the match, 3-2, now 3-3.
And Brooke Nuneville there coming out of the back row so quick on that big attempt out of the middle back. Hits that ball fast, finds a seam in the defense, in the block, and is able to find the floor between the defenders.
Her energy is infectious. If she's feeling confident with her attacks, it's a different Omaha team.
Yes, she's a leader for this team emotionally as well as on the court, just in her play. And so the team can feed off of that. They can sense hesitation, they can sense discomfort, but they also sense when she feels like she's in a groove and she's radiating that positivity, they feel that too.
Omaha converts a free ball, and that's a sign of a team that's going to capitalize on your mistakes. Kiara Reinhardt, great middle. Nice pass by Elena Scott. And Ajani Teeler gets blocked. Couldn't tell if that ball bounced on Omaha's side or the orange side.
I don't think it got over the tape, but that's an uncharacteristic error for Ajani Teeler. She's so good at hitting high. She's bringing that ball down, which is why that net is jumping around. If she continues hitting high, it's much better for success.
3 straight for the Novas. 6th service error.
I was just going to comment on how Kiara Reinhardt was serving so well. Oh, shoot, that's too bad. It's hard to see a service error when your team is kind of in a rhythm like that and going on a run.
You didn't say it, so you can't be blamed for jinxing her, but the thought.
Apparently the mental part jinxed her.
Psychic energy. Londot, not this time. Clothier, she can do it all. Back row digging, she's a middle, and there's Teeler from her favorite spot. After 3 straight for Omaha, 2 in a row now for Indy.
And there's Teeler hitting that back row ball higher again. That ball bobbled between the block's hands, which means it's up above the level of the net. That's the ball she's typically going to hit. So Reagan Cooper just has to press her hands over stronger and get a better touch on that, and she'll block that ball.
On a banjo. Tried to save it as it came back. 3 in a row now for Indy. This is a rematch of last year's semifinals. Indy in its first year, a year ago, under 500 regular season. Omaha was the regular season champs, and then Indy in a thriller in 5 sets at Vegas wins the national semis, goes on to lose in the championship in 4 against Orlando. That was 2025. And a kill for Reagan Cooper.
Great swing by Reagan Cooper, finding a spot there, hit an off-speed shot. Really great effort by Indy trying to pop that ball. They had several touches on defense, but not enough to get it back over the net. Reagan Cooper's going to want to continue working on mixing up her shots as well. She sees more success when she does different things at each time she attacks.
She has 4 kills on 9 swings, 1 error, hitting .333. Tuaniga sits back row. Wow, that's a leap, and DeBeer gets it in.
And again, that set is so quick out of Tuaniga's hands. She's running a really fast tempo back row attack there. The block was nowhere around. Anna DeBeer had the whole net open, and she does a great job of finding the court. Sometimes as a hitter, when it gets fast and you see an open net, it's so unusual that it kind of throws you for a loop. She didn't have any of that.
Mia Tuaniga is just fun to watch. She's worth the price of admission right there. Former USC Trojan. That is a fast jump serve. So tough to handle.
Well, it's a fast jump serve, but like you said, just the joy on her face. She plays with a lot of joy and a lot of positive energy, and that's always fun to watch as a spectator.
Team leading 18th service error.
See, we just got to talk about her serve and she'll miss.
18th service ace for the season, and then we jinxed her. She's an entertainer.
She is, and she's fun to watch. It's always fun to watch people who enjoy what they're doing, who get true joy out of whatever they're doing, and she is one of those people on the court.
Accountants, plumbers, volleyball players. Fun to watch them. They love what they do. Tip shot by Ajani Teeler. She's got every shot.
She does. I'd like to see Omaha's defense adjust to that, though. As soon as you see that elbow drop, you know she's tipping. Omaha's got to be charging in for that ball. I think Emily Londot thought that ball was out, so she didn't make the play on it, because she was up quite shallow.
jump serve. Like remember they got 2 jump servers. So ideally, Omaha's passers can groove those jump serves. Now a chance to get within 1. Londot's favorite spot, Doug. Elena Scott. Anna DeBeer. She looks like her old self. Great rescue by Nunaville and Ogilvie. Good block touch. Great chance here. Brooke Mosier, the slide on a banjo, block back. Omaha's run very few slides thus far. Longest rally of the afternoon. DeBeer, long, block touch, 10-7 Indy.
Another really good rally with some hustle play, some defensive effort that was really fun to watch. But some really good swings by Indy. Again, an out-of-system ball coming from middle back, and Anna DeBeer finding a way to find the court.
Her 8th kill on 14 swings. Anna DeBeer hitting .571. And Nunaville intentionally tools that right off the outside hand, 10-8.
Such a nice setting play by Brooke Mosier on that ball. She's down on the floor, setting, puts the ball right up here where Brooke Nunaviller can find the block, tool her hands out of bounds.
Such a smart player. Get her a tool belt. There's the on a banjo. Liberos do not serve at the pro ranks. Again, DeBeer's 9th kill, 15 attempts.
The speed of the offense that Tuaniga's running is so crucial for Anna DeBeer because it's giving her lots of open court space between blockers, around blockers when she's attacking at the net. She doesn't have a solid double block just camped out waiting for her. She's able to use that to find the court when she's attacking.
It's Anna DeBeer's 10th kill. We're early in the second set. This could be a career night for Anna DeBeer. Here comes Indy up by 3 and up 1 love, make it 4. That's a sharp angle. That's geometry. Johnny Teeler, they've got 2 formidable weapons. Teeler on the right, Anna DeBeer on the left, both effective in the back row. Timeout, Omaha, 12-8. Indy in the second, trying to take a commanding 2-set love lead. On the left there, Taylor Landfair, 2-year Husker. After 4 years at Minnesota, she played a lot in their last match 10 days ago, losing on the road against Grand Rapids. And their head coach, Lauren Bartolacci, said that was probably their poorest effort of the season.
Well, and as a coach, it's tough to find that consistency on the court sometimes, and when things fall apart, sometimes the wheels fall off.
Emily Londot, second time this year. She was named the MLV Player of the Week twice in one season for a player who the first 4 matches a year did not start. And her hometown right now is Pecoya, Nebraska. That's where all the players live for the Supernovas. Londot grew up in Utica, Ohio. A legend for the Buckeyes. They set her every 3rd attack for 5 years.
I would believe it. She took so many swings for the Buckeyes, and she was so successful. If I was their coach, I'd tell them to keep setting her too.
It's amazing. Her arm is as strong as it still is. They overused her so much. Her last 2 years, she was their weapon.
She was it for them, but that's a sign of good mechanics when you can take that many swings and still be healthy. That's a really good sign, is that your mechanics are what they need to be.
Kara Cressy with a nice dig. You're 6'6", you can cover a lot of territory. Down 5, Nunaviller needs it, finds it, muscles it. 13-9.
And that's a big kill for Brooke Nunaviller because she's got a Johnny Teeler up over the net, reaching over. And Brooke Nunaviller is able to find the tool shot off of her. That's a great kill for Brooke Nunaviller.
She's hitting above 300. Remember, in the last 9 matches, only once above 200. Great start for Brooke. Great save by Brooke Nunaviller. And she was a libero when she was younger. And a kill by Johnny Teeler. So here's Brooke Nunaviller fighting gravity and winning. And then getting back up and here comes Merritt Beeson with this double switch. Just a single switch coming in for London. Gonna get a chance here, and first team All-American in 23 gets dug. Cross-court kill by Anna DeBeer in. Wow, she's so efficient, compact in all of her effort, but boy, is it effective.
Well, it is. She's such a quick player, but there's no wasted movement. It's just a very small, quick movement to do whatever she's doing. It's very, like you said, it's compact, it's efficient, and she's showing range there, hitting sharp cross-court.
Tight to the net, and Brooke trying to tool, goes back to Omaha side inbounds. Cooper from the back row, up 6, and after winning the first set, Indy and Clothier gets dug. Big swing, Overday gets another swing, out! Will this swing momentum here in this second set?
This could be the play. That's a great hustle on Omaha side. You see here Reagan Cooper popping it up. Clothier unable to take herself back, and she rips into it and goes long. That's a good momentum changer in a lot of matches.
Remember, Emma Clothier was playing in Italy a week ago. They made her an offer she couldn't refuse, got out of her contract there. Her team's still playing. First time she's played with this team this year, and back-to-back points.
And Merritt Beeson up at the right front, setting a good block. That's so important against good hitters. You have to be disciplined on the block. Merritt doing a great job setting it up. Kiara Reinhardt is working so hard in the middle because she has a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time. But they're doing a really good job putting a block up in front of the Indy Ignite hitters right now.
Remember, Indy has not played for 10 days. It's just their second match in 16 days. Omaha played 2 nights ago, arrived early yesterday morning. They look plenty fresh thus far. Merritt Beeson needs it. Nope, Doug. DeBeer timing off, she can only tip. Great chance here. Reagan Cooper over a smaller block. There's look at her Mene, and then now DeBeer in system, so tough. Great defense. Omaha joust, won by Emma Clothier.
Smart play there. Indy staying with it even when things are going their way. They stay with the play, and that's so important when things get out of control like that. It pays off in the point for them to go.
Landmark difference.
And DeBeer about to serve for Indy, up 16-11 in the second. They won the first set, 25-21. Anna DeBeer, 11 kills and 22 swings. She'll put it away from the back row too. Timing off, free ball chance here for Indy. Lecator member Mene, huge shoulder, strong arm, but wide. Looking for a hand. She's only 5'8". She can leap out of the gym.
She can, and that's a huge break for Omaha because they didn't handle that serve well, and they're trying to run a play out of the back row, but the set is in a good position. So to give a free ball to Indy and have them make an error, that's a huge point for the Supernovas.
Lecator member Mene, she in 21 for her 5th season, transferred to Pittsburgh. It was the first of 5 consecutive Final Fours for Dan Fisher and the Panthers. 5 feet 8 inches tall. She's the youngest of 8 siblings. Down the line, shot by Merritt Beeson. She usually goes cross court, gets dug. Member Mene in.
Point Ignite, go by Member Mene.
And Elena Scott just holding down the defense down the line for Indy. And it turns into a transition point when they're able to set Lecator member Mene right at the net like that.
Member Mene played the Huskers in a regional when she played for Missouri, and then saw the Huskers in a national semifinal. played for Pitt. She tips and puts it away. Youngest of 8 siblings, and it's suddenly 18-12. So Clothier was signed from Italy when their top 2 middles went down, Lydia Martin and Blake Moeller. They haven't missed a beat.
They have not. I think they had the one match that Bertolacci talked about how it was a tough match for them, but she has stepped right in and is playing well for them. You couldn't tell she was on a plane 4 days ago or 5 days ago.
Poor serving.
But Kara Cressy is also playing well for them. She led them in the first set. She had 3 kills on 3 attempts. So she's hitting 1,000 through the first set.
They're deep at middle blocker. At Beeson. She's been a serving specialist all year. This time gets past. Not so good though. They're out of system a little bit. Tip shot, block back, covered. Another Lecador member Mena attack. Big arm, big carom, big kill, 19-13.
And again, Lecator member Mena hitting that ball so hard that the block is touching it, but she's able to hit it hard enough to get it out of play off the block.
Supernovas led first half of the first set, but have been staring at Indy taillights ever since. 19-13 Ignite. And Omaha looking for answers right here. It's this fast offense for Indy that has really got Omaha's defense on its heels.
It does, and that results in success when you're hitting, but also when you're tipping, because if it's going so fast, the defense is still trying to get back into position to dig a lot of times. So then the tip falling short is a change of direction for them. It's very hard to do that. As a defender, it's always important to get set quickly so that you can make the move forward. And right now, because Indy is running this fast offense, Omaha's defense isn't getting set quickly enough, so they're not only getting a lot of these digs that are going deep, but they're also not getting the tips that are falling short.
Also, Indy hitting better than 100 points higher than Omaha's opponents this year. Omaha's opponents have hit 234. That's the biggest number given up by any team in Major League Volleyball. And today, it's 339 for Indy. Gonna win a lot of matches hitting higher than 300. Tuaniga's already got 1 ace and now a 2nd ace. Shawnee Teeler somehow got out of the way.
Here we can see it again. She wants to go for it and realizes at the last second she's standing out of bounds, and her teammates are yelling at her and she's trying to pull back.
Mia Tuaniga, the former USC Trojan, finished in 2024. She's a second-year pro, and she's got 2 aces. Lucas LeBay wants something clarified.
A little bit of discussion there about whether it went outside the antenna, because then it didn't matter if she touched it. And I think he was asking, are you questioning if she touched it? And the top ref was saying, no, we know she didn't touch it. And we were questioning, was it out of bounds? And the down ref confirmed, yes, it was out of bounds.
Kill for Reagan Cooper as the head coach Lucas LeBay continues the conversation. 2014 Indy. Reagan Cooper played at 3 colleges: Washington State, Texas Tech, finished up at KU. Kara Cressy. She is a force.
Well, she is a force, and again, this quick offense tempo that Indy is running is paying off dividends for them, because Kara Cressy there is going on 1 foot right behind the setter. We call that an A, but she's running it like a slide attack off of 1 leg. As Johnny Taylor's approaching for a fast ball to the pin, so the left and middle blockers for Omaha have 2 hitters, both in that maybe 4 or 5 foot space that they have to be concerned about, and they create holes in the block by doing that.
Cressy hasn't even played in 12 of the 20 matches this year for Indy, and she's having a big afternoon today for the Ignite. That attack by DeBeer is long, so she's mortal.
She hasn't made many of those today, so you start to wonder, but yeah, here she makes just a little mental error, just hitting long. She's trying to find high over the block down the line, which would be a very smart shot.
Layla Blackwell playing in just the 3rd match this season for her, serves out of bounds. Former Husker and San Diego Torero. Layla Blackwell getting a chance here.
And we're seeing a lot of errors serving from Omaha, but I think it's because they realize Indy is so fast and offensively potent when they're in system, that they have to put service pressure on to keep Indy out of system and slow down their offense just enough to give the block a chance.
Emma Halter, backup libero, comes in to serve. 2 national titles at Texas. Nice kill by Merritt Beeson. That ignites this Nebraska crowd.
Nice tempo, nice location by Brooke Mosier. Sets it up for Merritt Beeson to get a kill.
That Mosier magic from Thursday night missing thus far. It's early. Late set 2. Indy on the brink of a commanding 2-set level lead here. Force Omaha to reverse sweep for a win this afternoon. More tips than a restaurant. Now let's see if Merritt Beeson goes for a full swing. And she does. As the fan behind us yells, hit it.
So tips are an integral part of the game. I firmly believe that. But yes, as a fan, when you're watching a game, you want to see the hard attacks, because tips sometimes feel like you're just being weak and you're not giving it your all. And so these fans are calling out, hit it, because they want to see the attacks that are the hard ones, the crushing ones, and Merritt delivers.
Merritt Beeson, Gardendale, Alabama, kaboom!
It's a good serve by Brooke Nunneveller to get the overpass, and Merritt Beeson taking care of business. It's what you like to see on overpasses, the quick point.
Emily Landau struggling a little bit, hitting under 100. And a service error by Brooke Nunneveller. Service errors have been piling up for Omaha. That is number 9, but they seem to have been at the worst moments when momentum was starting to swing their way. Nice pass, Reagan Cooper. Brooke Nunneveller muscles it through.
Brooke Nunneveller able to take advantage there. The block for Indy not quite over the net. We see Mia Tuaniga trying to help, but her arms aren't over the net, so Brooke is able to slip it through. Kiara Reinhardt now going back to serve.
Got to get it in.
That's who I would want on the service line if I'm Omaha, because she does have a good serve, but she's got to keep it in.
2 service errors today, and that one's a beauty. Great pass by Elena Scott, and Johnny Teeler finishes the second set. And the crowd here is subdued. 25-19 after 25-21 in the first. Omaha regrouping down 2-love.
This is major. Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing.
This is where the game gets real.
Watch the Indy Ignite Pro Volleyball team with your family for less. 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets, and spend one unforgettable night with your family for only $140. Redeem your family pack at IndyIgniteVB.com.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
I think when you get concussions, it's really hard to explain to people what you're experiencing because it's in your brain. Wearing the Q collar has definitely given me more security and kind of safety. Some people think it's placebo, but there's truly science that backs it up.
Seeing the person you love and want to spend the rest of your life with just in pain all the time. There's no real way for me to describe it except for it pains me.
You never know if one hit can just end it all for you. Lord, I'm leaving this in your hands. Like, what do you want me to do?
Nova's Nation. Get ready for volleyball after dark. Join us Friday, April 10th at the CHI Health Center for the Volleyball After Dark Showcase. Enjoy a special UNK Wayne State spring match before your Supernovas take on the Grand Rapids Rise. Bring family and friends and cheer on the Novas as they battle the Rise in a pivotal late-season showdown with playoff implications on the line. Pack the house, bring the caffeine, and help push your Supernovas to the postseason. Get your tickets now at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
Championship Insight, exclusive access, Supernova's Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
Welcome to another edition of Supernova Spotlight on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axman alongside GM John Cook as we are getting into the thick of the season here with Major League Volleyball and covering the Supernovas on NCN. So John, on this segment we're talking about the landscape and the growth of the sport of volleyball here in the country specifically, something that you're very familiar with, something you've been instrumental in helping make happen. So let's talk first about the American professional leagues. What we've seen the past couple of years, and why do you think it's taken on the form and shape that it has currently?
Well, there's always been a strong interest in professional volleyball for women in this country. And typically what people don't understand is, you know, when a college player graduates and finishes their eligibility, they've got to go overseas. And the rate of those players staying overseas is about 50%, meaning half of them are coming home, maybe not even after less than a year. So there's always been this interest, and they're always asking, why can't we have a pro league? I think the other thing that's combined with that is youth volleyball, high school volleyball. It's the fastest growing sport for females in this country. It's now, I think, the most popular. And you see the attendance in college volleyball now. I mean, pretty much every Big Ten school is selling out matches. It's a phenomenon that's happening, and the pro league is at the top of that pyramid.
You mentioned the fact, 2 professional leagues. This league that the Supernovas are in, Major League Volleyball, MLV. And you look at where it's at currently, 8 teams this season, slated to have 3 more in 2027, those teams being Minnesota, Northern California, and Washington, D.C. Obviously encouraging. How do you feel about the outlook just a year from now?
Well, that was one of the reasons I was excited to get involved with the Major League Volleyball, because of the expansion. And those are 3 big cities. We know the ownership behind them. It's big-time ownerships. I mean, these are people that own professional teams, whether it's basketball or soccer or hockey. So these guys know what they're doing, and they're excited about it. And I think that's going to really help build momentum for Major League Volleyball.
Another area you're very familiar with, the NCAA and volleyball and how that's growing. Players are becoming household names. You mentioned the Big Ten and arenas being sold out. The viewership is exploding. How do you think this is happening, and is there ever going to be a cap where the growth stops? And that's a silly question, but man, it's skyrocketing.
It is. You look at TV ratings are up. Arenas are selling out. You've got one of the things I noticed when I went to the Supernova matches, I saw a lot of moms and daughters. So you got a lot of moms, and if you talk to the TV people, you know, the ESPNs and those type of people, the moms are the ones starting to make decisions on what they're watching, and they want to watch sports, and the sport they want to watch is volleyball. I think that's what's so exciting, is you see these great athletes. And again, now we have this opportunity for them to stay and play in the U.S. And so 20 years ago, they were just dreaming, hey, they would see Nebraska volleyball, a young girl, I want to play Nebraska, I want to be a volleyball player. Now they can say, I want to be that, and I want to be a professional, and I want to be a Supernova someday. So it's exploding.
Catch more exclusive insight all season on Supernova's Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the
She's got some great fur. She's fabulous.
She is fabulous. Welcome, Starla. We're glad to have you here.
and the Galaxy's a big place. We're not sure where she came from. We just know up there. And we got a T-shirt here that they're selling at the Lawler's store here. Lawler's a pillar.
Yes, Lawler's up here at the stadium, but also online. We can get the new T-shirt showing Starla, the Supernovas mascot.
That thing is so socially helpful. I mean, you go to the mall alone, not for long if you're wearing that.
You'll find friends.
And supernovas.com. Starla, great to meet you. Starla's not super chatty, but very happy.
We are
and
happy to have her here.
All the other mascots are here. Little Red is here, and Herbie is here, and we got a lot of mascots floating around here.
They're here to welcome Starla.
Yep. Novas have to win this set down 2-love. Good start. Reagan Cooper. Where you look at the numbers, and defensively, the Novas have really struggled allowing Indy thus far to hit 333, and the issue is siding out. So here's their Omaha's chance to slow down this side out. Not yet.
Not on that one. They've got to get better touches on the block. Indy's hitters right now are doing such a good job with the speed of the offense. They're beating the block for Omaha, but they're not even, right now Omaha's block isn't getting touches, and they've got to get some touches to slow down that hit so that their defenders have a chance.
Kara Cressy, she's 4 for 4, hitting 4 kills. Double digs. There's another. Clothing from SMU Mustang. And now Anna DeBeer, big block, Merritt Beeson. How do you like this? Merritt Beeson stays in there, gets to start the third set.
Merritt Beeson is such a good technical blocker. I like that matchup because right now, through 2 sets, Anna DeBeer has taken 24 swings for Indy. The next closest is 15 and 13 for their 2 outside and their opposite. And so Omaha needs a block in front of Anna DeBeer that's going to slow it down, that's going to take away those tip shots, and I think Merritt is a great choice to give her a chance to block.
Pass, set, kill, back to back. Omaha serves. The Novas have got to find an answer defensively for this Indy assault.
And it's not common for teams to be able to maintain that level where they're siding out every single time they touch the ball. But there have to be changes made on the defensive side to start slowing down an offense. That's what's going to get Indy out of rhythm. That's what's going to start to create a little bit of doubt, and that puts Omaha right back in it.
Merritt Beeson gets blocked. She's hitting under 100 for the season. Last year played for Atlanta after being named the #1 overall pick in the MLV draft 2024. Great chance here, and Merritt nearly drops it. Free ball back. Novas scatter, quick attack, Kiara Reinhardt, kaboom!
And I like Brooke Mosier going to Kiara Reinhardt on that free ball because that gives her a chance to kind of get in a rhythm. In the middle, there are a lot of balls you don't even have a chance to attack at. So when there is an opportunity, we want to see Kiara Reinhardt get some of those swings to get the team going.
Reinhardt, one of the most effective servers on the team. That's a beauty. Great pass. Slide. McClody just joined the team this week. First match with him. Big swing by Nunaviller. Not this time. Anna DeBeer slowed her down for a moment. And Joust. Nice tip over by Layla Blackwell. Getting a chance here in front of the home folks. Former Husker. But a point for Indy. Anna DeBeer, another kill.
And a smart shot there by Anna DeBeer coming back and tooling it out of bounds off that block, knowing that block is up in front of her. Both teams are running down some balls on defense, showing some grit, showing some determination. Omaha's got to stick with it, point after point. Keep chipping away.
Remember, Indy in first place in the MLV, 15-4. Won 79% of their matches this year. Not the tallest team either. Nunaviller finds the middle. The donut was open.
And Brooke Mosier there showing some of that speed set to Brooke Nunaviller on this play. Brooke Nunaviller comes inside on that ball. The block is jumping in to get it. She just throws down a tip over him, which finds the hole in the center of the court.
Merritt Beeson getting a lot of playing time. Checked in midway through the second set. That's a beauty! Service ace! First one this afternoon for Omaha 5-4 Novas.
So when you're watching watching the serves, what you want to look for is a serve that's traveling low and flat over the net, because that's the tougher ones for the passers to handle. If it goes higher and floats around more, it gives them more time. Those low flat balls are tough to handle. So when we're watching their servers, I love to see it when that ball zips low over the net.
So typical on that one. Elena Scott stepped in, covers at least half the court. She's a fabulous libero and passer. After her teammate member Mena mishandled the prior serve, there was Elena Scott saving the day on the next one.
And Lauren Bertolacci, the coach for Indy, said they would love Elena Scott to take every ball in serve receive. She said, we want her to take as many as she can, and we've had conversations with her where we've told her, your stats might not be as good, but it's not because you're not playing well, it's because we're asking you to cover so much more ground.
Point, Ignite.
Double touch against Omaha.
So again, the trickiness of that double touch that goes over the net after the contact, they're going to call it double touch because that ball did not come out clean. Brooke Mosier trying there just to make a play out of a little bit of a tight ball.
And the clothier played for Sam Erger, the really impressive, successful young coach at SMU. Go back, Beeson. Tip shot finds the floor. 6 apiece in the third. Omaha down too low.
Merritt Beeson seems to have a pretty good connection with Brooke Mosier. And a lot of times you can see that with players who don't normally start. When they get on the court together, they've played so much on the same side in practices that they have a really good connection. They have a good sense of the other person on the court.
Third kill from Merritt, hitting 222. Nice dig by Merritt Beeson. Reagan Cooper, kaboom!
And Merritt Beeson there showing her multifaceted approach to the game. She's an excellent defender, especially for how tall she is. She picks up that second ball over, and she's able to set Omaha up to give them a chance for a transition point. Reagan Cooper crushing it cross court.
Merritt unable to dig that one. Did not play a ton of back row for the Huskers. Often was subbed out. 7-7. Nice pass by Elena Ogilvie. Beautiful shot by Mosier, nearly drops. Remember Mena. Here come the Novas. Cooper's second swing this rally. In! Finds the inline. 8-7 Omaha. Got to win this set.
Nice swing there by Reagan Cooper. That was out, but it touched the block. So they got the block touch call. That's why they get the side out. But I like that Brooke Mosier, during that rally, goes up and attacks that ball. She hasn't done that very much today, but she can be such an offensive threat. But she needs to do that to keep their block honest and keep Indy from just waiting for the hitters. They've got to honor her as well.
Tough save by Layla Blackwell. Great chance here to go up by 2. Stuff. We're tied. 8 each. What happened there, Nancy?
I just think that set was slower than Reagan Cooper was expecting. She came flying in expecting a quick set, and she was coming down before she even hit that ball. I think Brooke Mosier thought, I'm going to give her more time, and Reagan Cooper was thinking, it's fast, I got to go sooner, and the timing just mishandled there.
Nice pass, Brooke Nunaviller. And swings. Great take by Ogilvie. Reagan Cooper, no. Boy. Mita Tuaniga just makes it look easy as a setter, doesn't she?
Well, she does. That ball, she's off the net, she's pushed backwards, and she finds a way to still shoot that ball quickly to Kara Cressy, who's up at the net. And because of the angle, the block wasn't totally expecting that. Kara Cressy has a hole in the block to hit through and find the floor.
Another great Brooke Nunaviller pass. Kaboom! Brooke Mosier. She's a right-hander, but she looks ambidextrous.
Well, she looks like a lefty when she hits those balls. She has a good left-handed swing, especially for being a right-handed player.
Amazing.
She does a good job, and the more she does that, I think, the more she works that into the game, the more it helps the Omaha attackers.
She had 5 kills Thursday night in the 4-set win at Atlanta. And right when Omaha had a little bit of momentum, service error. Service error at number 10 for Omaha. Indianapolis, known as Indy, only 6. Cooper on the moonbeam set. And DeBeer off the block dig and out. 11-10 Indy. They're trying to sweep Omaha on the road, no less. Omaha has won 2 of the first 3 matches between these two. One here, an instant classic on March 14th that went 5 sets. 3 deuce games in that one, including the 5th, 16-14. Omaha was tied at 14 apiece. In the 5th, won by the Novas. Rick Beeson looking for kill number 4, not yet. And De Beer blasting away. Do you think Omaha's going with the tip a little bit too frequently?
Well, I think right now they're not reading what Indy's defense is doing. On most attacks from the pins, Indy has a defender coming up behind the block to play it, whether it's right side or left side. And so that tip isn't open when it's an easy inbounds, like an in-system play, in-rhythm play. So when Omaha throws that tip out, they're just putting it to somebody who's waiting for a ball. I think they need to mix up shots, play that ball down the line, make that person honor that. But on the flip side of that, Elena Scott is such a good defender that she's going to cover that sideline really well. So Omaha needs to realize, I'm tipping it to the best defender on the court.
Lucas Obey calls a timeout. Omaha's first. They have 2. And next match for the Omaha Supernovas is going to be Friday, April 10, right here against Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids in 7th place in the 8-team league. 7 matches left for the Novas, and Grand Rapids and Columbus are on the list. 2 bottom dwellers, but all the other matches are against tough teams that are going to have huge playoff ramifications as Omaha is trying to get into its 3rd consecutive postseason. Cooper needs it, gets it. RCT, Reagan Cooper time.
Well, and you see Brooke Mosier just fly this ball out. It's a high ball. It allows Reagan Cooper to extend and go high, and she is so good at that when she hits high. It's hard for the block to get any touches, which makes it really hard for the defense to dig it.
Looking for just her 4th service ace of the year. Not yet. De Beer, another. Anna De Beer, 15 kills and 31 swings. She's almost hitting 500.
But Anna De Beer is putting on a clinic. She has gone line, she's tooled line, she's gone sharp cross court, she's tooled using the block sharp cross court. She is hitting different directions almost every time she hits it. She's mixing it up, she's throwing in tips. She's playing great. I mean, it's hard to stop a player when they're in the groove, and she looks like she's in a groove right now.
Service ace that was in down the line for a Ajani Teeler, and suddenly it's a 4-point Indy lead.
And Ajani Teeler, along with the rest of the Indy Ignite team, they've been serving at Reagan Cooper most of the night. And you can see Omaha squishing Reagan Cooper over further and further. And Elena Ogilvie is trying to take away more and more of those serve receives that she can help Reagan Cooper with.
This time, De Beer blocked back, and a second time, stopped by Merritt Beeson.
Good block moves there by Omaha both times. I think Anna De Beer actually made a really smart play on that second shot. She was way inside. She knew she didn't have an approach to hit it really hard and get the kill. She's trying to play it into the block and let the defense cover her. And her team is just, because she's coming in the court, there's nobody on the outside of her.
Kara Reinhardt, 20 service aces, leads the team. Overpass, another great ace, and no one plays the overpass. No libero on the floor, that's what happens.
Oh, that's so frustrating. That's a great serve by Kiara Reinhardt. Typically when the libero goes off the court, every team has a player that they say, they kind of elect the floor general. They say normally the libero kind of dictates who's going where and who's taking what. You're in charge when she's off the court, but that time nobody's stepping up and not enough communication to pick that ball up.
This team has been together the whole year. No signings thus far, no departures other than the big trade. Bringing in Ogilvie as the new libero, and the communication was off there. Service error, though. Big chance now for Omaha. Down 3, have to win this set. Merritt Beeson had an ace last time. This time pass. This time, like I remember, Mena drops it.
And remember, Mena also doing a really good job splattering the ball around in different parts of the court. That time she just goes long deep in the center of the court. It's called the donut. She finds the hole.
Splattering all around the court. Down 4, Omaha. When we come back.
First, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience is Novas Nation. Get ready for volleyball after dark. Join us Friday, April 10th at the CHI Health Center for the Volleyball After Dark Showcase. Enjoy a special UNK Wayne State spring match before your Supernovas take on the Grand Rapids Rise. Bring family and friends and cheer on the Novas as they battle the Rise in a pivotal late-season showdown with playoff implications on the line. Pack the house, bring the caffeine, and help push your Supernovas to the postseason. Get your tickets now at the CHI box office or supernovas.com.
Don't settle for another boring night staring at screens at home. Take your family out to watch the Indy Ignite Pro Volleyball team. Head to Fisher's Event Center for a night of high fives, exciting plays, and high-energy fun with the whole family. 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 tickets, and spend one unforgettable night with your family for only $140. Redeem your family pack while supplies last at IndyIgniteVB.com. That's 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 tickets for only $140 at IndyIgniteVB.com.
This is major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing.
Starla is in the house. She still believes. Starla, female, still believes. Nova's in a hole, though, down 4 in the third. Have to win this set. The slide, Layla Blackwell, just her 3rd match of the year, gets blocked, and it lands wide. Whew, that was awfully close.
And another ball, second one that's happened right in front of us where it's coming out of bounds and a player's trying to jump out of the way. Good communication there, though. We talked about the communication breakdown earlier. Merritt Beeson screaming at Layla Blackwell. It's out, it's out, it's out. Layla able to jump out of the way.
2 ex-Huskers getting playing time right now for Omaha. Diving dig, Brooke Nunaviller. Mosier sets up Cooper, left hands it, over dig, kaboom! Needed that one, got it.
They did, and that was a total scramble play as well. Brooke Mosier there running forward, short set to Reagan Cooper. Remember last time it was too high and Reagan Cooper's falling down, gets blocked. This time Brooke Mosier fires it fast and Reagan Cooper's waiting, but able to make a smart play getting it over and goes for the kill.
All right, Indy's first challenge in this set. You only get 1 challenge per set. We haven't seen a challenge all afternoon. Why? Because these 22 high-definition cameras can pretty much tell you quickly whether the ball should be challenged or not. Courtside here at Kiewit Court, CHI Health Center, 16-14 for the moment in favor of the Indy Ignite, up 2 sets love, and fans enjoying their afternoon Easter weekend here in downtown Omaha. So it's fun to get your line dancing, your country music dancing, honed during these breaks.
I mean, we're in Nebraska. We got to do some country line dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Allison Holder over there was getting a chance dancing with Starla, getting her involved. It was good.
Country line dancing can be a great first date. Doesn't cost a whole lot. Very promising. Not responsible for a lot of conversation.
That is true, but you better hope your dance partner doesn't have nerves.
Yep. If you're on the hook at a first date for a lot of conversation, things could go south in a hurry. Here's the challenge. Did it hit the end? I think it might have grazed the antenna. I think they're going to swing it the other way. That's a huge 2-point swing. It just nicked the candy cane. 17-13 is a lot different from 16-14.
It is, and that was such a tiny touch. That's a good catch by Indy to even notice that. But yeah, 17-13, a 4-point hole feels very different than 16-14.
That's a moment when you wish rather than 22, they only had 21 cameras. Tip to the donut, the bakery's open, 17-14.
This time we see Supernovas able to beat Indy at their game of tipping short, finding a spot on the court in the middle. And a lot of times that's the hardest spot because the right back says, I've got this area, the middle back is deep, the left back has this area, and that middle part is just kind of ambiguous.
Johnny Taylor's right shoulder is strong, 18-14. Brooke Nunaviller hitting almost 300 today. She has 9 kills, just behind Reagan Cooper's 11 kills, so a lot of productivity from the left side for Omaha. Both those players hit under 200 Thursday night. It was all Emily Londot on the right. Londot got subbed out. And here's Kayla Lund, former Pittsburgh Panther. 21, she played for her current head coach in Switzerland 3 years ago. And Merritt Beeson in their termination. Good chance here in a free ball. Supernova scatter, middle swing, Kara Reinhardt, kaboom!
And again, Omaha doing a good job capitalizing, getting that free ball back. Merritt Beeson crushed that back row attack, and Indy just kind of pinballed it around, able to pop it back over. Going to Kiara Reinhardt there, letting her take a good swing at that free ball, gets her a kill, gets the team a point and a side out.
As go the Novas, so goes their serve, and the serve has just failed them at times this afternoon.
The serve has been rough today, but I do believe it's because they're trying so hard to keep Indy out of system, because Indy is so quick and hard to stop when they're in system.
Emma Halter, the former Texas Longhorn. Backup libero, they go after Reagan Cooper. That's back-to-back points. 5 points to go for Indy for a sweep. Timeout, Omaha. Omaha coming off one of their biggest wins of the year. 4 sets on the road. They were 2-1 coming into this match against Indy. You think the matchup is favorable. Perhaps the weaknesses of Indy play into the strengths of Omaha. If you look at the ledger this far this year, Omaha's 2-1 against a team that's only lost 4, but it hasn't been so today. I mean, this offense for Indy behind their fabulous setter, Mia Tuaniga, has just been unstoppable.
Well, and that's the danger of a fast offense, is that because it's so fast, if something goes wrong, it can go really, really wrong, and it can look really bad really quick. But Indy today is on all cylinders. They just look in rhythm. They are grooving along. That speed is working for them. They're connecting well. Their tempos are, both players are on the same tempo page. So right now they're playing well, and they're connecting on pace together, which is making it tough for Omaha.
All right, a kill for Reagan Cooper. Johnny Teeler mishandles that one. We got a quick glimpse of their setter, Mia Tuaniga. She's your player of the match right now if things finish here in the third set.
Well, and it's hard to say who they'll pick, because Anna DeBeer has been having a match. Like, she has played so well for them. But I firmly believe, and I was of this belief as a player as well, that when an offensive player plays so well, it is due to the passing and the setter. And so I would agree, Mia Tuaniga has been masterful at the front, just coordinating the attack for Indy.
Great dig by Merritt Beeson a moment ago, but to no avail. No one able to clean it up. Yeah, DeBeer and Tuaniga, that combination lethal this afternoon.
It has been. Their tempo and their timing has been so difficult for Omaha to find a response to.
Johnny Teeler, she's usually their foremost attacker. She's been secondary today behind DeBeer. Nora Tabrock just comes in, formerly Nora Sis. Nice pass. DeBeer again.
And here we see DeBeer again turning it, hitting a different shot, this time going high hands down the line and out of bounds.
She has 15 kills, hitting 364. All right, the window remains ajar. Can Kiara Reinhardt and Omaha climb through? Down 2 sets love. They have trailed most of this match. Sydney Hilly out, Sarah Parsons out, Janice Leo out. 3 starters. Meanwhile, 2 starting middles out for Indy. DeBeer gets it back, and this is going to be tough for Allison Holder. She got there. Oh,
that was a great chase down by Allison Holder, and Layla Blackwell just mistimes it and ends up sending it long on the 3rd ball over. Great hustle though by Allison Holder. That's the kind of plays we've seen her make all season. She works hard, she's out there helping her team, and she's all the way to that back table trying to get that ball up.
Layla Blackwell, former Husker, former University of San Diego. Torero, nice pass. And Merritt Beeson delivers.
And I like that swing by Merritt Beeson, because Emily Londot's strongest shot is down the line, but Merritt Beeson comes in. She's more of a cross-court hitter, so she's going up and hitting that ball just inside the block, and it's giving a different look to Indy.
She has 1 ace already. Merritt Beeson looking for a second. Almost. Easy up for Ogilvie, former Stanford Cardinal, and here's Nora Tabrock down.
A great shot there by Nora Tabrock, coming in, getting a chance to make a difference, try to spur her team on, get some new energy, find something to make a difference in this match. The crowd giving her love, obviously, as a Creighton player. She's a local favorite.
What a storied career, finished in 24. Tough serve. Well done. Remember, Mena, not a lot of choices. Easy up for Ogilvie. Allison Holder, former Creighton Blue Jay, back to her former college teammate, Nora Tabrock, not this time. Teeler blasts it down, and 5 straight match point chances now for the visiting Indy Ignite.
And that speed, again, is what killed Omaha, and that rally as well. That ball goes so quickly back to Teeler that the middle block isn't closing on the Omaha side, leaving that seam, and it's hard for the defense to dig into a seam.
Twinkles the twine and stays on Indy's side. 4 chances here now for Indy to finish this. Nora Tabrak, Papillion, La Vista Monarch. She has 2 service aces this year. Joust at the net, they're going to call, no! Against Indy. I thought it was going to be a reach over against Omaha. Nope, reach over against Indy. I don't blame
Tuaniga is just dumbfounded.
She and I both.
But as soon as she touched it, Layla Blackwell was at the net, so the referee has to make a call, because if it's not over, it's reaching over on Layla. If it is over, it's back row attack on Mia Tuaniga.
And if it's above the plane of the vertical plane of the net, it's open season.
Well, it is, but not for Mia Tuaniga. If it's above the plane of the net and she touches it and Layla Blackwell touches it, it's a back row attack.
Good point. She's a back row setter. Let's take a look. Yeah, but you're right. If any part of the diameter of that ball is above the vertical plane of the net, and it goes over the net, last touch by Tuaniga, she's a back row player, illegal.
Yes. So as soon as they both touched it, I was waiting because I didn't know what the ref, from our angle, we can't see if it was over or not. I didn't know what the ref was going to call, but I knew they would have to make a call. Just wasn't sure which one.
Fans are wondering,
here we can see it again.
How do they get a second challenge? Yeah, that's above the net. Second challenge, well, they won the first challenge, so they retain it.
And I think that's a good challenge system. I think if you challenge a play and you're proven right that the referee made the wrong call, you shouldn't lose something for that, because you're just getting back what you should have had in the first place.
Shouldn't be
I
penalized.
love that system.
Shouldn't be penalized for being correct.
I agree. That was a change they made at NCAA level. They started out where you had them and you lost them no matter what, and they eventually moved to, if you win it, you keep them, and I think that's the right call.
Long look here. This is match point, by the way.
Yeah, not much riding on the line for this one, huh?
22 high-definition cameras. Okay. Point, Omaha. It was, yeah, above the net. Our NCN cameras, they're everywhere.
They are so good.
Oh.
They get such good angles and such good views.
Okay. 2 squandered match point chances by Indy, 3 to go. Nora Tabrak looking for a third ace. Well done. Cressy for the match, no. Remember Mena for the match. Yes. 25-21, 25-19, 25-21. Indy comes to Omaha and sweeps the host Supernovas, leading most of the match. That's an impressive Indy Ignite team that is now, Nancy, 16-4, dropping Omaha to 11-11. And again, that congestion between spots 3 and 7 only gets tighter in the race, and only the top 4 advance. I think we can pretty much feel that Dallas in second place and Indy now even further in first place are going to advance, but those final 2 spots are being fought over by 5 teams.
I agree, and I think there's been so much parity in the league this year. There have been so many teams that win against one team the first time they play, lose the second time, win the third time. It's just back and forth between these teams, and that shows in the standings and how these teams are standing right now. But for Omaha, every match is important at this point to try and earn that spot into the Final Four to go to the playoffs. But I agree. I think Indy is pretty comfortable right now. I know Coach Bertolacci said, you know, I'm a statistics person. Until we're guaranteed it, I won't say we're in. But I agree. I think they're sitting really comfortably right now. And the team we saw tonight, they are a solid team. They run a quick offense. They're going to be tough to beat if you can't figure out the serving piece. And I think tonight, Indy won the serve and pass game because their setter was setting in system or able to set an in-system ball more often than Omaha's. And I think Omaha has to figure out less service errors and tougher serving, which is a really hard paradox to figure out. But if they can get that figured out, if they can cut down on their errors but still keep their serves tough and good, that will help them against a team like Indy in the future.
Well, offensively, Indy was impossible to stop. They hit 354, and the Beer led the way. 16 kills, hit 361. Lecator member Mena had 9 kills. She hit 350, and the defense for Omaha back to the drawing board after this one, as Omaha drops to 11-11, and Indy advances to 16-4. And folks, that's a legit 16-4. Easter weekend continues in Omaha. It was a tough one this afternoon for the Omaha Supernovas. Starla made her debut. The Novas had a nice lead the first half of the first set. But Friday, April 10, the Novas return right here to CHI Health Center and fight back after smarting from today's 3-set loss. For Nancy Metcalf, our whole NCN crew, my name is John Bean. Good afternoon.
Pony Club.